A few days ago, Vozinha was doing everything he could to stop Lionel Messi. Now, he could be training beside him. Yes, this story may be getting even crazier. After becoming one of the surprise stars of World Cup 2026, Vozinha is now being strongly linked with a move to Inter Miami. The same Inter Miami owned by David Beckham. The same Inter Miami where Lionel Messi plays. And if this transfer actually happens, one of the tournament's biggest underdog stories could get the perfect Hollywood ending. Because Vozinha entered this World Cup as a 40-year-old goalkeeper from Cape Verde with an uncertain future. He leaves it as a global star. Millions of followers, millions of fans, and now, possibly, an invitation to join Messi in Miami. But let's be clear before we go any further. This is not a completed transfer. There is no official announcement, no signed contract. But multiple reports say Inter Miami are seriously interested and that David Beckham wants to move for Vozinha after the World Cup. And honestly, you can understand why. Vozinha was one of the most unforgettable players of the tournament. Against Spain, he produced 7 saves and kept a clean sheet in one of the biggest shocks of the group stage. That was the night the world discovered him. Cape Verde were supposed to suffer. Spain were supposed to dominate. Instead, Vozinha turned the match into his personal highlight reel. Every save made him more famous. Every reaction made people love him more. And by the end of the night, he was no longer just Cape Verde's goalkeeper. He was one of the faces of the World Cup. Then came Argentina, Lionel Messi, the defending champions, the biggest test possible. And once again, Vozinha refused to disappear. Cape Verde pushed Argentina into extra time. They fought back twice. And Vozinha kept denying one of the most dangerous attacks in world football. He finished the tournament with 18 saves and repeatedly frustrated Messi and his teammates before Cape Verde finally lost 3-2. Now, imagine this. A few days after trying to eliminate Messi from the World Cup, Vozinha could walk into training and call him a teammate. That is why this transfer feels so perfect. Not only for football, for the story, for the emotion, for the fans, and, of course, for Inter Miami. Because Vozinha is not arriving as an ordinary free agent. He is arriving with one of the fastest growing fan bases in football. Before the tournament, he reportedly had around 50,000 followers. During Cape Verde's World Cup run, that number exploded beyond 25 million. That is not normal growth. That is superstar growth. And David Beckham understands global attention better than almost anyone in football. He helped turn Inter Miami from a young MLS club into one of the most talked about teams in the world. Messi changed everything. The pink shirt became famous everywhere. Fans who had never watched MLS suddenly started following Inter Miami. Now, imagine adding the World Cup's most viral goalkeeper. A player loved across Africa, Portugal, Brazil, and millions of social media accounts. From a business point of view, Vozinha makes sense. From a marketing point of view, he makes even more sense. But the move is not only about followers. Vozinha is experienced. He is a leader. He is Cape Verde's captain. And he has just shown on the biggest stage that he can still perform under enormous pressure at 40 years old. Inter Miami would not need to pay a transfer fee either. Vozinha became a free agent after his contract with Portuguese side Chaves expired on June 30th. That makes the risk much smaller. No huge transfer payment, no long negotiation with another club, just a decision over salary, role, and contract length. And this is where the deal becomes very realistic. Inter Miami do not necessarily need Vozinha to arrive as the automatic number one. They already have Dane St. Clair, who has established himself as the regular starter. Vozinha could arrive as experienced competition, a strong backup, a leader in the dressing room, a goalkeeper who can handle pressure when needed, and maybe, if he keeps performing like he did at the World Cup, something more. That kind of role could suit him perfectly. He would not need to carry the entire team every week. He could train at a high level, compete for minutes, play cup matches, help younger players. and enjoy one final major chapter in his career, in Miami, with Messi. That sounds almost too perfect. But Inter Miami are not the only club interested. Brazilian clubs Avaí and Atlético Goianiense have reportedly contacted Vozinha's representatives as well. And that creates a real decision. Brazil could offer him more regular football. Inter Miami could offer him the biggest stage. In Brazil, he might have a stronger chance of becoming the first-choice goalkeeper. In Miami, he could become part of one of football's most famous squads. So what matters more at this stage of his career? Playing every week? Or joining Messi, Beckham, and one of the world's most visible clubs? That is the decision Vozinha may soon have to make. And honestly, there may not be a wrong answer. Because just a few weeks ago, he did not even know where he would play next season. Now, clubs are competing for him. That is the power of the World Cup. One tournament, one incredible performance, one story that changes everything. But there is another reason Inter Miami should seriously consider this. Vozinha's personality fits the club. He smiles, he celebrates, he connects with fans. He does not look afraid of the spotlight. Inter Miami is not just a football team anymore. It is entertainment. It is global attention. It is star power. And Vozinha has all of that now. He could become a fan favorite almost immediately. Imagine his first appearance. The pink goalkeeper shirt, the Cape Verde flags in the stands, Messi walking over to congratulate him after a save. The same man he recently tried to stop, now celebrating beside him. You cannot manufacture that story. Football created it naturally. Of course, we still need to wait. Reports are not official confirmation. Interest does not always become a contract. Clubs change plans. Agents speak to multiple teams. And until Inter Miami announce something, Vozinha remains a free agent. But the possibility is real enough to be exciting, and the timing makes sense. Inter Miami get an experienced goalkeeper without paying a transfer fee. Vozinha gets one final major adventure. Messi gets a teammate who already knows exactly how difficult he is to stop. And fans get one of the best transfer stories of the summer. From Cape Verde to World Cup hero, to Messi's possible teammate. What a journey. Just days ago, Vozinha walked off the pitch after Cape Verde's dream finally ended. But maybe that was not the end. Maybe it was only the moment the next chapter began. Because the goalkeeper who almost stopped Messi may soon be playing beside him. Would Inter Miami be the perfect move for Vozinha? Or should he choose Brazil, where he may play more regularly? Tell me in the comments and subscribe because this story could move very quickly from rumor to reality.